It is profitable for
Excellent.
the organization. And here again, that's raised for Ottawa County Red Cross. And like we've talked before, yes, we have to pay the light bill. Yes, we've got a very small staff that we pay for because most of it's volunteers. And if we have to put somebody up in a house after a house fire, and that's what that money gets used for. And that's why I get so passionate about doing the Red Cross. Even as a volunteer, whether you're handing out cookies and a drink after a blood drive, or whether you're helping to load a truck, or like this weekend helping us with a outing that we helped the museum with. I mean, a little bit of time can have such a great impact and on people's lives, and I can't get enough said on it. I'm extremely passionate about it. And
I appreciate your frankness and candor, and I know it comes from the heart. I
does.
give you a tribute for that. Upcoming events in the coming summer months now.
You know, after the golf outing and the triathlon, I think we might be taking a little bit of a break.
Cool things down a little bit.
Cool things down, and what we're doing is we're preparing for the onslaught of people for our classes in the fall.
In the fall.
A lot of people like to take a few days of vacation during the summer and planning, but here again, the classes I've mentioned for July are already half full. And we're talking 20, 25 people in a class, and they're already half full. The one tomorrow night is full, and we're going to be getting more. The corporate classes will be kicking up in the fall. Everybody comes back from vacation, and
don't forget the babysitting classes and the special pet classes.
oh my goodness, yes. You know, we've talked about that so many times, especially with the babysitting classes. If you've got a toddler and you've got a babysitter, ask that babysitter for a Red Cross card, because that means that they are trained in emergency situations. They are trained in those areas. They're trained in infant and child CPR. They're trained in sudden illness. They're trained in first aid. And they're trained to look out for emergency situations, something that could come up and cause an injury. And it's great. It's a great sense of relief for the parents, knowing that they've got a trained babysitter taking care of their children.
That's right. Well, you've heard a passionate presentation, and I thank you for that, good friend.
Yes, sir.
Let me go back to Ed Hartline now as we move to our final moments together. Your greatest needs now as you coordinate and schedule all of the blood activities for Ottawa County.
It is really the awareness of that service that we're providing for Ottawa County, that the blood stays here and there's always a demand for blood.
And you can't store it indefinitely.
No,
that's a key point.
it's a couple weeks. You know, certain elements of the blood that are extracted are much more storable, but the actual whole blood that is needed for emergency saving a life is not storable for a long period of time. So it's a continuous need. It doesn't go away. That's why we do, on the average, about 26 drives in Ottawa County a month. So there is a constant need, and the hospitals are always saying, where's the blood?
Where's the blood? So they can contact you, and we have the number. Once again, I see it on Mike Mitchell's card. I'm delighted. I haven't embedded it into my computer like memory bank yet, but it is area code 616-396-6545, and that's the number. And a receptionist will direct you to any particular. Speaking of receptionist, again, a volunteer position.
Yes,
So if you have administrative skills, you can type, whatever.
Like to answer phones, like to just help out at the office.
And by the way, it's a good way to add some additional skills. If you have one skill, maybe you can play first base, but you might want to be a shortstop.
Right.
Just pull that one out of the air. I don't know if that's...
You can start learning about computers and different programs like Word or Excel, and there's a lot of opportunities to learn.
Firm but flexible.
Yep.
Yes.
And now we turn to Mike Mitchell, who is on his first day in the new post of CEO, Ottawa County Chapter, American Red Cross. As you look now, you've had a little chance to get your feet wet, you've sniffed the air, you've looked at the staff, you've checked the economy, which you have a certain sense for. What do you see as your biggest challenges lying ahead?
Well, not a challenge, but one of the great things that we have going for us, as you've already mentioned, is the number of volunteers. We have a great base of volunteers and a great staff already in place right now at the chapter, and so now it's a case of growing the chapter. Making the community aware that we're here, and we're here to provide service and support to the entire Ottawa County community. Reaching out to the government officials is one of the things that I want to do quite quickly, as well as emergency services management and other people in corporate Ottawa, if you will, to introduce myself, number one, and to start getting them engaged, to work with us and help us to grow the Red Cross and provide services.
And once again, to reach you, Ed or Dwayne, you can call that number at 396-6545, remembering the area code 616, and you'll give them a call back as quickly as possible if there's something that they
Yes,
need
sir.
for information. So I think we've touched a wide range of activities.
We did it.
Final, I guess, going around the table for the last time. Ed has a, wait a minute, Ed's got that look in his eye.
Yeah, if they have any questions about whether or not they can donate, or if the calendar isn't up, they can't find it, call the office. We have the schedules there, or I'm available to help with that information. Because I often get calls about, well, I was here, I went to Cuba, or I was in this on vacation. Can I still give? And I can get that answer for them.
In other words, the volunteer profile is what you could put together.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Gentlemen, I want to thank you. You're invited to come back as often as you wish to share blood needs.
I'd love to.
And obviously, Mr. CEO, you have entree, and I don't have to tell anything about this dear gentleman because he has been you're about 8 or 9 times a year.
Yes, sir.
Gil, thank you for the opportunity, though. This
Yes.
is a great opportunity and a great venue for us to be able to share what we offer.
I'm delighted to do it. The Red Cross is close to my heart, and I thank each and every one of you. Thank you for those kind words. And my guests, Mike Mitchell, the new CEO, Edward Hartline, in charge of the blood program, Dwayne Hartman, versatile, skilled in a variety of ways. Did I put that fairly to you?
Yeah. Yes, we can do it.
You can do it.
Yes, sir.
And so they leave the Georgetown Journal, but the program will continue, and we will be back right after this. Gentlemen.
Clear.